Right now, a Beloit homicide case is moving forward. The defendant will be in court today.
An active investigation to find a suspect after a shooting at Six Flags just over the Wisconsin border. What we know about the developing situation so far.
Dense fog advisories are still in play this morning. Visibility improving. We'll show you where.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us on News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks so much for joining us. We have some dense fog out there this morning that might slow people down on their way to work this morning.
That's the big thing that I'm tracking for us as we head out the door. It will be a nice day, but we do have some fog out there. And dense fog advisories until 9 o'clock for areas mainly north and west of Madison. Anywhere from about I-39, 90, and westward, that is where we're seeing the dense fog advisory this morning. Keep that in mind as you do begin to head out. It really look at this. Visibility is clear closer towards the lakeshore. You get towards parts of Jefferson County, it starts to get a little hazy. The west side of Dane County over towards the Mississippi River, that's where we're really seeing more and more of that dense fog. Half a mile visibility in Wisconsin Dells and Lone Rock, same for Platteville. It's quarter mile in Mineral Point and Boscobel. At this point, high resolution radar is clear for us, so that's some good news there. Okay, all right, I thought I had to sneeze for a second. I was like, are we doing this? First time on the air. We're good. Saved myself. There we go. 59 is the air temperature. Winds out of the north and northwest at 5, but the dew point's at 58. The closer your temperature and dew point are together, the more likely you are to see some fog, and you see that starting to lift. It looks like a little bit of cloud cover. This is that layer of fog here on the west side starting to lift now that we're seeing more of that sunshine. 72 by lunch. We're going to top out at 77 this afternoon. Your cloud cover will again be on the increase as we start to move into the evening. That'll lead us to mostly cloudy skies for part of your overnight hours.
Okay, Chris Reese, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We are following developing news out of Gurney, Illinois this morning after reports of a shooting at Six Flags Great America.
Our Shane Hogan is here now with what we know right now. Good morning, Shane.
Good morning, Chris. Yeah, we know 3 people were shot in a drive-by shooting at the amusement park's parking lot, and that car drove off immediately, and those bullets were reportedly coming from a single vehicle. The shooting resulted in the park closing early, and 2 people went to the local hospital. The 3rd person declined treatment. There's no word yet of any suspect right now or if security cameras caught an image of the car or its license plate. And be sure to stick with us here on News 3 for any updates to this story. It is worth noting, though, that Gurney, where Six Flags is located, is only about 15 miles from Highland Park, Illinois, which recently experienced a mass shooting of their own at their 4th of July parade, where 7 people were killed. So another reminder of gun violence here this morning.
Scary situation just across the border.
Couldn't imagine being in that situation with your family at the amusement park.
A lot of chaos going on at once.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Hearts going out to those families this morning. Thanks, Shane. After sending out a warning early yesterday morning after a report of gunshots at Picnic Point on campus here in Madison, UW police say there's no more threat. That alert went out just after 7 Sunday morning. Less than an hour later, police announced the area was once again safe. You can see here, campus police sent out a tweet at 7:05 telling people on campus to find shelter. 45 minutes later, another tweet was sent out letting the public know that Picnic Point had been searched and no threat to campus was found. We reached out to campus police to find out exactly what happened yesterday, but they have not yet returned our calls. Be sure to stick with News 3 Now for any updates we get.
Happening today, 27-year-old Damon Hanna will be in court for a preliminary hearing after allegedly killing a man back in 2021. Over a year ago now, 33-year-old Jordan Jefferson was shot and killed in Beloit. Hanna was arrested just last month here in Madison in that shooting. A judge has set Hanna's cash bond at $500,000. Beloit police chief says they do expect more people to be arrested in connection to Jefferson's death. To Washington, D.C. this morning, Capitol Police are looking for a motive after a man crashed into a barricade outside the U.S. Capitol and then fired a gun into a crowd before taking his own life. It happened around 4 in the morning yesterday. The man identified as Richard York III. He's a 29-year-old Delaware resident. Capitol Police say his car caught fire after it crashed, after which York began shooting a handgun into the air several times before turning it on himself.
The closest officer was approaching. He could see the individual, and as soon as he caught sight of the individual, that's when the subject shot himself.
Now, police do not think this man was targeting any members of Congress. 6:04 now. Today marks 1 year since the chaotic and deadly U.S. pullout of both troops and thousands of refugees from Afghanistan.
Nearly a year later, Abdul Hasib Dalwar has built a new life for himself here in the U.S. and his immediate family in Alexandria, Virginia.
The biggest thing that I was, worried about was getting employed and getting a job to help my family and find my ways, and now I'm there.
Dalwar works for the nonprofit React DC, helping other families resettle now. It's the same organization that found this apartment and helped enroll his children in school. React DC is currently helping hundreds of refugees create new lives all over the U.S., but it's still a challenge.
The most pressing need remains jobs. We need employers to leverage this amazing talent that we have in this population and give them good paying jobs so they can support their families and stand on their own.
Right now, there are more than 6,500 Afghans stuck in limbo in the United Arab Emirates, waiting to be resettled in the U.S.
As summer winds down, students may be asking for a few upgrades to their school supplies, and with inflation, that might cost you. Consumer Reports has some suggestions on great deals to help your family out.
Whether your child is back in the classroom or in a dorm room, you can find savings on plenty of items they'll need for a successful school year. Consumer Reports tracks the prices of many of its top tested products all year long, so it knows exactly when they go on deep discount. Here are top products to look out for in this early school year edition of Best Time to Buy.
Shopping for school items, comparing prices can help you save a lot of money up front. Think about dollar stores, office supply stores, and wholesalers, which can be great options as well.
If your student needs processing power that can easily fit in a backpack, look no further than a top-rated tablet. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 Lite is now $300 at Best Buy. CR says this Android tablet is ideal for students with a 10.4-inch screen and 128 gigabytes of storage. Next, keep parents, siblings, and dorm mates happy with the new pair of around-the-ear headphones. The Bose SoundLink around-ear headphones 2 are now on sale for $142 at Amazon. CR says these lightweight wireless Bluetooth headphones deliver very good sound quality. Next, a successful school year may mean keeping everything organized with a label maker. The Brother P-Touch Cube Label Maker is now $59.98 at Walmart. And for college kids with early morning classes, save the trip to the cafe with a coffee maker of your own. This Hamilton Beach coffee maker is now on sale for $80 at Amazon. And finally, here's an idea for a low-cost way to upgrade a dorm room or kids' study area. This smart light bulb from Wyze is Amazon Alexa and Google Home compatible. It's on sale for $15 on Amazon. Smart products and smart savings for smarter students all year long.
Consumer Reports has a list of other deeply discounted items: laptops, fitness trackers, smartwatches, Bluetooth and smart speakers, noise-canceling headphones like you saw right there, curling irons.
Slow down. You got a long list there. I'm trying to keep up.
And luggage. There's a lot that you can buy right now. A lot. You don't need to be just going back to school. Ladies, you need a new curling iron. Consumer Reports here to help.
Gosh, we are, with a few kiddos at home going back to school here in a couple of weeks, it is kind of chaotic getting all the supplies in and organizing them and going through all the different lists. But yeah, so our dining room is back to school central at the Stanford household right now.
Very relatable. Does everybody get a new backpack every year?
Backpack, the shoes, the sippy cups, the whole 9 yards.
Make sure you check this list for some deals. Save you some pennies.
Someday they're all going to need laptops and Daddy's going to be broke.
Ooh, good luck with that. 4 new ones.
Yeah.
6:08 coming up. New forever homes for Madison's most vulnerable animals. Why the Humane Society is closed this morning for good news.
And I'm Josh Breider with why the greatest button show on earth shows right here in the 608. Stick around.
Mirror, mirror on my 5-piece Tremont bedroom set. Only $9.99. Dresser and mirror, chest, queen bed, even a nightstand. At Bob's Discount Furniture, you get the quality and value you deserve. Even if you like talking to yourself in the mirror.
Get Bob's Discount! Whether it's game day, movie night, or just a busy day, it's always time for Papa Murphy's. And now you can get any medium 2-topping pizza for just $6.99. That's right, the whole family can get exactly what they want any day of the week for any occasion. Any toppings, any sauce, only $6.99. Now that's meaty yum. If only everything else in life was like our deal. Papa Murphy's, we make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Order online today at papamurphys.com.
And now please welcome Anna Montoya.
Hello there, fellow students.
Reviews are very important. It really reflects on how we're handling customers at Precision Door. It's feeling like I'm helping out my neighbor. Quality service quickly from a name you can trust.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
It's time to amp up the fun at your local Ford dealer. The summer Supercharged sales event is here. So stop by your Ford dealer today and check out great offers on select Ford vehicles. Then discover how Ford can take your summer to a whole new level.
Choose Flex Buy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge SUV and get 0% APR financing for 66 months.
If Tim Michaels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michaels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michaels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michaels.
We love our pets, but we don't always love their hair, which is why we made Bounce Pet Hair and Lint Guard. With 3 times the pet hair fighting ingredients, just 1 sheet helps remove pet hair from your clothes. Looking good starts in the dryer with Bounce Pet.
Add Downy to your wash for all the freshness and softness of home, even when you're not at home. Feel the difference with Downy.
Get Bob's discount on furniture, on lamps, on chairs, on mattresses, on rugs, too.
Get Bob's discount!
Only at Bob's Discount Furniture.
You are watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. The greatest button show on earth. Yeah, you heard that right. Just wrapped up here on the 608 this weekend.
Josh Breider's here this morning pushing our buttons. This is actually a really big deal. It's a huge collector's item and incredible stories behind some of these buttons.
Yeah. The enthusiasm behind buttons is real here in Wisconsin. I learned that. It's pretty cool to hear, guys. So we're talking a little bit more on the National Button Society, and they held their show in Middleton over the last week. I learned we have a very, very active button club right here in the 608. Almost 40 dealers from the U.S., Canada, Europe, and Japan who specialize in button sales were on display with their little treasures at the Madison Marriott West. Buttons have a place in history, from everyday buttons to those of foreign royalty. Uniform buttons, both American and Ford, are important to button collectors around the world, as well as reenactor groups like Civil War buffs. I'm told button shows are a way to see buttons modern, vintage, and unique all in one place. So what makes this year's theme the greatest button show on earth?
Wisconsin, of course, is the center, the epicenter of the circus entertainment history and that kind of thing. And so when we come to Wisconsin, there's also access to circus museums and circus paraphernalia and circus history. And of course, some of our buttons duplicate that effort in a whole bunch of ways.
Button collecting is one of the few collecting areas that is increasing right now, as opposed to stamps and coins. Wisconsin has 8 button clubs which meet regularly to study and discuss buttons. If you'd like to learn more about the National Button Society, I posted a link up on channel3000.com. Pretty cool, guys.
And some of these buttons are hundreds of years old.
That's neat. That's
they
really
stayed
neat.
back to like the 1700s. Just think of that, 1700s.
That's incredible.
And like everything considered modern, I think, is after like 1915 and later. So modern buttons, 1915 now. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Over 100 years.
I think it's pretty cool. I love history like this and preserving it. Yeah. So I was doing some renovations in the house the other day. I live in an older house, and I found a penny from 1926.
Yeah. Wow.
Underneath one of the floorboards.
You better
That's
keep
considered
that.
modern. That's a modern penny now.
I'm not going to lie. Thought for a moment, might want to start collecting some coins.
Was it heads up?
It was.
That's good luck.
That's good. That's good luck. That's good news. If it was tails, good luck.
Leave it.
Watch out. Interesting story this morning.
Yes.
Thanks, Josh.
You bet.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured.
The adoption center at the Dane County Humane Society is going to be closed today. They just had a very successful weekend at their Clear the Shelter event. 83 furry friends are now in new homes. The Dane County Humane Society cut prices on its adoption fees to make it a bit more affordable. The shelter also had rabbits, guinea pigs, and rats up for adoption. Humane Society employees say adoptions work to clear up space, allowing them to bring in more animals as shelters across the nation see an increase in pet surrenders.
And it's just a matter now of helping other shelters who are seeing more intake and slower adoptions find homes for their animals.
Although the adoption center is closed today, the Dane County Humane Society's main shelter, activities, wildlife center, and thrift store are all open.
Impressive costumes and fan favorite comics taking over Monona Terrace this weekend for the 2022 Madison Comic-Con. Fans of all ages gathered downtown, dressed like their favorite characters, superheroes, and villains. Attendees got the chance to search for limited edition comic books and collectibles, meet with other folks who had similar interests, and see who had the most impressive costumes.
See your favorite characters, you get to meet new people. It's fun. You get to see the exciting outfits that everybody has on. Like, even if you look behind me, you see people walking around in, like, costumes, and there's people in cosplay, and they're everywhere.
I always loved anime because my dad loved anime, and one day I went here, and I loved everyone, and I loved everything.
Folks get pretty excited about this. Fans were also able to meet local comic book authors and vote on the best costume.
I thought about this.
Okay, who would you be?
Dick Tracy.
Okay, that's not nothing.
All right, all right, sorry. Let's get back to the Badger video. We can get that back up. Badgers are in France.
Yeah.
We have been covering their trip over in Europe for a while. They have a couple of days left in France, Leah.
Do they?
They do.
There we go.
Sorry, directors. Their game is set for today in Nice, which is very nice. Noon Central tip-off. So far, UW's perfect against foreign competition, 3-0. They're going to try and finish it off on a high note today after 10 days over in France.
Boy, pretty cool trip for them, huh?
Memorable, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Absolutely. All right, Chris Reese here now with your first warn weather, your certified most accurate, beautiful sunrise on tap there, Chris.
Yeah, I heard Nice is very nice, by the way, so I appreciated that one. We did have some fog this morning, and a lot of us still do, but that fog's now lifting. The sun's coming up. It's burning off most of that, especially right here, right around the station. We'll continue to watch some of the other areas in our community, but grab those sunglasses as you do head out the door this morning. They'll come in handy. Visibility still a quarter mile along the Wisconsin River, half a mile in Prairie du Chien. Platteville, you've improved to 3/4 of a mile. Janesville has improved to 7 miles. And Wautoma, you were at 0 at one point. Your visibility now coming in at 4 miles. So it is getting better for all of us. Your roadways continue to move along smoothly. This is how we like to see them. I'm still giving you the yellow light for your commute, especially in the 6 and 7 o'clock hour. But the rest of the day, you've got the green light. I don't anticipate any additional issues there. Doppler track quiet over the Badger State, but we're going to see added cloud cover later on. This is from this system back towards the west, just south of I-90. As this inches closer, it'll weaken, it'll fall apart, it'll generally stay to our south, but it will send some cloud cover our way. So keep that in mind. The fog this morning becomes sunshine, then we start to see a little bit more cloud cover later on into the afternoon and evening. Your wind direction is coming out of the north and northeast if you can get wind this morning, and our temperatures are generally hanging out into the 50s. You've got a couple spots right along that lake shore hanging out in the 60s at this point this morning, but by lunchtime we're at 72. Here comes that cloud cover, by the way. We're tracking that in from the west as we get towards lunchtime. 5 o'clock, we're into the warmest part of the day. Temperatures will be into the upper 70s. We'll have clouds in the evening, but then overnight we'll clear a lot of that cloud cover out. We'll wake up tomorrow morning and temperatures will hang out into the 50s with more sunshine expected on Tuesday. Temperatures top out right around 78 degrees as we start to move towards your Tuesday afternoon. By the weekend, guess what returns? Chances for rain and more cloud cover. This shouldn't be particularly heavy rain, but your rain chances do increase from Friday through Saturday, perhaps sticking around into Sunday. We are still quite some time away, so really fine-tune those details. But it's Monday, and I'm already thinking about Friday, the chance for thunderstorms that we will see. More chances for thunderstorms Saturday and Sunday, along with next Monday. This entire forecast is generally anticipating temperatures to hang out into the upper 70s, perhaps another 80 by next Wednesday.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. Up next, a castle made of clay you'll have to see to believe.
And ahead in our next half hour, new bonuses for local bus drivers to help out a shortage. Our back-to-school coverage continues. Stay with us.
Every day, News 3 Now investigates.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
At Pick and Save, we believe local produce shouldn't be hard to find. That's why we work with local farms right in our own backyard to bring you fresher than fresh produce.
You got everything I need. You're like medicine to me. Oh, baby, you.
Because shopping for local produce should be as easy as shopping at your local Pick and Save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Velco Factory Direct. What does that mean? It means no middleman, no overpriced, underperforming windows. Factory Direct means getting what you want, when you want, without breaking the bank. It means when you buy one window, you'll get one free. Yes, free. It means quality craftsmanship, custom designs, and a lifetime warranty. Most importantly, it means a team of window professionals dedicated to one thing above all, your delight. Buy one window, get one free. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses I proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Look, it's a Dupaco. We're not a bird or a plane. We are a mighty credit union, born of thrift and laser focused on the interests of our members. Harnessing the combined power of more than 144,000 members and businesses, we work to put money back where it belongs, into your community and into your pocket, working tirelessly to help you pursue your dreams. Isn't that super? Join the movement at dupaco.com/super. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Volunteering offers more than benefits for those served. Volunteers reap health benefits from the time they give. RSVP of Dane County's Driver Services Program needs volunteers to provide rides to medical appointments and deliver meals to older adults in Dane County. Ideal candidates are of legal driving age, love to drive, and meet new people. Schedules are very flexible, and volunteer drivers will use their own vehicles and are reimbursed for mileage. To make a difference, please contact RSVP of Dane County today.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at Patricia's morning today. Just a beautiful shot. Some of her horses.
Those are some magnificent looking creatures.
They are indeed.
Quite a neighborly shot.
Oh. Hey, come on, you really got to sell it. You really got to commit. neighborly.
You guys are full of puns this morning. Off the rails on this Monday.
Thanks, Patricia. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you post on social media. We'll share our favorites.
All right, just about 6:24. Trending this morning, a Swiss artist is catching eyes after sculpting a really unreal clay castle out in Switzerland.
Check this out. Francois Monteau does a project like this every year. He builds clay sculptures on the banks of a Switzerland river. He began the castle 6 weeks ago with plans of stopping when it rained, but it hasn't rained. They're in the middle of a drought, so he's had more time to keep working on it. He says he's sad the thought of it all washing away, but he also, wants the rain because they're in a drought. That makes sense.
This really puts my sandcastles to shame, I gotta say.
Holy cow.
That is impressive.
Yeah, it's very detailed. What did you say this reminded you of, Leah?
So this is really similar to La Sagrada Familia in Spain. I showed you a picture.
Which is gorgeous.
Yeah, it is stunning, and it's also still under construction, but it's really detailed like this.
Yeah, this is...
This just impresses me so much. I can watch this all morning long, just sitting there watching him building. It is. And, I mean, there's just so much to this.
I love how simple it is, though, that he just uses his hands and that little plastic container there. Pretty cool.
Probably started so small, and now it's so large.
6 weeks, buddy.
I know. I wonder, I said this earlier, I really want to see when it does rain what happens and how quickly it melts down. And I think that would just be a cool process to see.
It'll be a sad sight.
It would be sad.
No rain in today's forecast, though, right?
Cool one to see. No rain is expected today, so that's some good news. Still a bit of summer left for us, so we will see some sun early on, but the cloud cover does return again as we start to move into your afternoon. So sun now, soak that up, enjoy it before we start to see more clouds our way. Our temperatures top out into the 70s for those highs later on.
I cut you off there. It would be something to see.
It would be something to see. You're good, though.
Thank you, Chris. Coming up, we're going to have an update on the search for suspects after two homicides in one weekend here in Madison. We're back right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Coming?
The Volkswagen Taos. German engineering everyone can get into. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the 2022 Taos starting at $23,495. Limited inventory available.
And he got so upset. Oh my God. Look. No way. She has definitely got some work done.
Doesn't even look the same anymore.
Talk about an extreme makeover. I wonder how much money she spent on those upgrades.
Hey! The house looks great, right? 3 years, no interest on roofing and siding from Feldco.
Right now, get 3 years, no interest on Feldco Roofing and Siding.
3 years, no interest on Feldco Roofing and Siding, and soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Everything here is American made.
But it's tough competing with China.
And Ron Johnson's making it tougher. Johnson pushed for special tax breaks for outsourcing corporations.
But voted against tariffs and sanctions on China's unfair trade practices.
And when Johnson's big corporate PAC donor announced plans to create jobs outside Wisconsin, he defended them.
It's not like we don't have enough jobs here in Wisconsin. The biggest problem.
Senator Johnson, stop making it tougher on us.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead cost.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible. So call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
It's Make My Mondays at Hy-Vee. This Monday, 8-ounce pork chops, only 99 cents. Basket and Bushel cut vegetables, only $1.50 a bag. Yoplait yogurt, only 39 cents. And Betty Crocker fruit snacks, only 99 cents. Monday only. And save even more with Hy-Vee Fuel Saver. Right now, save up to $5.23 per gallon with your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. And visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
Life gets bigger when you break from the herd. The Volkswagen Tiguan. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the versatile 2022 Tiguan. Limited inventory available.
Right now, your morning commute about to change today. All in the name of Vision Zero. What you need to know before you head out the door.
Also, 2 homicides in one weekend. 1 stabbed, 1 shot. We'll update the search for suspects.
Fog continues to burn off in the Madison area this morning. We're looking at sunshine. But how long does it last before more clouds?
Yeah, good to see the sun again. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Thanks so much for waking up with us. Yeah, we're starting out the day a little bit cooler than normal, but it's going to be a beautiful day nonetheless.
Oh, such a good day, especially as we start to move towards the middle of the day. By the afternoon, though, we might turn gray again. So keep that in mind. But we are going to see more sun today than what we've seen. We've had a lot of fog out there this morning. That fog now burning off as the sun continues to come up right here in Dane County, which, to be quite frank, Dane County never had a dense fog advisory, though our areas to the north and west are still under dense fog advisories this morning. So as the sun comes up, the fog will continue to lift, and once that burns off, we will see at least a period of some sunshine out there. This is Doppler track. You'll notice that that remains clear, and it should stay clear throughout your day. Here's visibility now 2 miles in Madison. Still a lot of dense fog just to the west. 1/4 mile for the Dells and Lone Rock, same for Mineral Point. And Boscobel, the visibility is 0. Viroqua, your visibility is 1/4 mile as well. 7 miles in Janesville. Things have really improved there. Those are the areas where the dense fog advisory, by the way, goes until 9 o'clock. Temperatures are still into the 50s for us right now. We do sit at 59 here in Madison. We're going to plan out the rest of the day, plus the next shot at some raindrops coming up.
All right, thanks, Chris. Breaking news out of Gurney, Illinois this morning, where police are investigating a shooting at Six Flags. Chicago news outlets are reporting one of those injured is a 19-year-old woman from Appleton. She, along with a 17-year-old boy, are being treated for non-life-threatening injuries at a local hospital. One other person was shot but declined treatment. It all happened around 8 p.m. last night when the suspects opened fire in a parking lot at the amusement park and then drove away. This morning, police are still looking for any suspects.
We'll continue to follow that story this morning and all day long here on News 3 Now and channel3000.com. To our other top story this morning, the city of Madison continuing with its Vision Zero plan to reduce injuries on the road, and it will impact your Monday morning commute.
Yeah, a major thoroughfare being impacted this morning. A couple of them, actually. Our Shane Hogan is here to lay out what it means for your commute. Hey there, Shane.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Starting today, another major road in Madison will get a speed reduction as part of the city's attempt to lower those traffic-related crashes and injuries. A section of John Nolan Drive from North Shore Drive to East Lakeside Street will see a speed reduction from 45 miles per hour down to 35 miles per hour. Now, this segment of John Nolan Drive will also receive roadway improvements as part of a planned reconstruction in 2026. That's according to the city of Madison. And Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway said in a statement, quote, lowering speed limits and redesigning streets to support safer driving is critical to ending serious and fatal crashes on our city's streets. Now, there are more streets scheduled for speed reductions in 2022 as well. Those will include Mineral Point Road from Whitney Way to the Beltline, Old Sauk Road from the Beltline to Westfield Road, Portage Road from East Washington to Hanson Road, and Seago Road from University Ave to Odana Road. So again, really good information here. You can find it all on the City of Madison's Vision Zero website. It's going to probably impact most of your commute too, so it's good to know as you head out the door this morning.
The way I look at it, you get a little bit extra time to enjoy that iconic view.
That's true.
driving north.
That's true.
That's right.
Take it easy out there. All right, Shane Hogan, thanks for this morning.
Some more developing news, this time out of Rock County. Police in Janesville say a woman is hurt after a shooting that was overheard on 911. A neighbor called in the argument between a man and a woman. Then they were shot at while still on the phone. To our knowledge, they were not hurt. The woman in the argument was, though. She left the scene before officers got there, but they found her later with minor injuries. Police are calling this an isolated incident and saying the woman and the shooter did know each other.
Police are still looking for suspects this morning responsible for the city's 5th and 6th homicides of the year. One man was stabbed and killed. Another one shot Friday night in the city. The victims' names in both of these homicides have yet to be released. We do know, though, that the shooting took place on the north side, right off Northport Drive. Officers were called to an apartment building just before 9 p.m. When they got there, they found a 30-year-old man in the parking lot with a gunshot wound. First responders tried saving his life, but the man died at the scene. Witnesses told police the gunfire came after a fight had escalated. The second incident happening just a few hours later, just before midnight Friday. MPD officials say a 35-year-old was found with a stab wound on Mayfair Avenue. He was taken to the hospital but died from his injuries. Police do not believe this attack was random, and they are asking any witnesses to come forward with information that can help them identify a suspect.
Lawmakers in D.C. are asking for more information from the Director of National Intelligence about that controversial search of President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. Democrat Mark Warner and Republican Marco Rubio both requesting the release of classified documents that FBI agents took from the home. They also want an assessment of how their potential mishandling might impact national security. Republicans also calling on the DOJ to release the affidavit that led to the search warrant.
The affidavit in support of the warrant will give you the probable cause to try to understand what is going on here. And I think the American people deserve this.
There are no active charges against President Trump right now. According to the search warrant, though, possible charges could include impeding an investigation, the removal of classified national security records, and violation of parts of the Espionage Act.
Federal law enforcement on high alert this morning after an unprecedented number of threats against them. A joint FBI Homeland Security memo sent to law enforcement across the country warns of growing threats against them, including a threat to place a so-called dirty bomb in front of FBI headquarters and general calls for civil war and armed rebellion. Threats circulating online included the names of 2 FBI agents who searched former President Trump's Florida estate.
With just days left before the start of a new school year, districts nationwide are still struggling to fill bus driver positions. 86% of schools say they don't have enough applicants, despite offering higher pay incentives, training, and even flexible scheduling. Get this, in Chicago, families are now being offered a $500 monthly stipend to simply bring their kids to school themselves. The lack of drivers is forcing some schools to scrap or reduce routes and change their start times.
I'll have to go to the elementary school, take that child home, and then come back to the middle school and the high school, and they both get out at the same time.
Now, here on the 608, Badger buses, they're still hiring bus drivers for the school year, 2 weeks out. They have postings for Madison, Beaver Dam, and Verona school districts. For those openings here in Madison, they're offering as high as a $5,000 signing bonus. There are also a number of open postings from other companies. Those span from Mount Horeb and Wanakee all the way to Janesville if you're interested in picking up a side gig.
Beginning today, Janesville residents can explore town on electric scooters. The company Bird is introducing 75 vehicles as part of a pilot program. The scooters will be available for rent through October. Then it will be up to the city to decide if they'll come back in the spring. If you want to rent one, you have to download the company's mobile app. You have to pay for it, and you have to be 18 or over to use them.
Might be an interesting tourist attraction to Janesville. New numbers now into the newsroom this morning out of Jerusalem, where 5 Americans are among those injured in a shooting that targeted a bus overnight. 8 people are hurt total. The Israeli Prime Minister says the suspected attacker was a resident of Jerusalem who was operating alone and who has a prior arrest record in that country.
A suspect in custody has been denied bail in Pennsylvania after he drove his car into a crowd, then killed a woman. People were gathered Saturday for a fundraiser for victims of a house fire. Then that incident happened and at least 17 people were hurt, 4 in critical condition. Police say After the 24-year-old suspect drove into the crowd, he then used a hammer to kill a woman.
It's an awful tragedy. There's no way around it, and no effort will be spared to try and conduct the most complete, competent, and thorough investigation possible.
That house fire that they were fundraising for killed 10 people earlier this month. Time here in Madison is 6:38 this morning. Coming up, we're going to break down the extended forecast and our next shot at some rain as well as traffic.
And a big announcement for the city of Oregon. Residents already jumping the gun on the new culverts coming to town. Some traffic there as well. We'll tell you what's going on coming up.
And Josh Spreiter's in the 608 with more on the greatest button show on earth.
iMart Express owns selection, price, and speed. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs starting under $40. Progressives, 2 pairs start under $80. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
Surgenian's 92-year history means you pay $92 for installation no matter how many rooms you carpet. Get carpet and pad in your old carpet removed and recycled. Our competitors can't match it. Ask about 18-month financing. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
Clean, safe, fun. I wanted it all when we needed daytime care for Mom. Oh, Grace's new adult day center is so nice. Now she goes twice a week while I'm at work and loves it.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Everything here is American made.
But it's tough competing with China.
Ron Johnson's making it tougher. Johnson pushed for special tax breaks for outsourcing corporations.
But voted against tariffs and sanctions on China's unfair trade practices.
And when Johnson's big corporate PAC donor announced plans to create jobs outside Wisconsin, he defended them.
It's not like we don't have enough jobs here in Wisconsin. The biggest problem.
Senator Johnson, stop making it tougher on us.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic is designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Queen Tempur-Pedic start at just $24.49, plus get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. You can rest easy when you take advantage of Steinhoffels special financing. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Mornings can be a little crazy. Whether you're rushing to get your teeth brushed or cleaning up after breakfast before the bus gets here, Tuscany faucets make it easy. You don't have to sacrifice style for function. Tuscany's dependable, so there's nothing to worry about. And when there's finally time to relax, you can focus on doing what you love. Tuscany, quality you can see. Only at Menards.
How do we make your glasses the same day? It's all done in store. Our skilled techs handle your glasses from start to finish, getting them back the same day. Quality, affordable glasses made in store, only at iMart Express.
Teachers always spend a lot out of pocket of their own money.
It's a recent trend for teachers getting ready for back to school, creating their own Amazon wish lists. One local teacher shares her classroom wish list and why it's important for her students. Eye on Education, tonight at 10.
Imagine a world without breast cancer. What if you were the one more we needed to raise one more dollar, take one more step, share one more story? The power of one starts with you. Join us for the More Than Pink Walk, August 28th.
News 3 Now this morning.
The greatest button show on earth just wrapped up here in the 608 over the weekend.
We gotta learn more. Josh Spreiter's here now with more on the inspiration behind it. This is a big deal.
This is a big deal. And hey, Wisconsin actually has 8 button clubs which meet regularly to discuss and study these buttons. And they played host to the 2022 National Button Society show. It's called the Greatest Button Show on Earth, held in Middleton over the last week. The 6-day occasion, offering educational programs and competition, features antique, vintage, and modern clothing buttons. Button collecting is one of the few collecting areas that is increasing as opposed to stamps and coins. Organizers say it's important to take any opportunity to learn about the art and history of these treasures.
Some of our buttons go back to the 1700s. And there are some even earlier than the 1700s. Believe it or not, modern for us is anything after 1918.
More than 400 button collectors and enthusiasts came together this time around, and next year the show will be moving to Portland, Oregon with a new theme. But Wisconsin is one of their favorite places to visit. If you'd like to learn more about the National Button Society and their ties to the Badger State, I've posted links to channel3000.com.
I wonder what some of these things are worth if they're from the 1700s.
I bet you they're worth quite a bit for these folks that are traveling the country to come to this type of a show every year. They said Wisconsin's their favorite. They come back here quite often. It does move every year, but just because this is such a centralized location and because we do have 8 button collector clubs here in the Badger State, which is so cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, I love anytime folks are out there preserving history and cataloging it, and they have a passion about it. I love it. I'm all for it.
You think the 1700s, those buttons are old.
Yeah.
That is many, many years.
I want to learn more.
And a modern button, anything after like 1915 and older, like, that's crazy.
Should I try and catch you again, by the way?
No, you're not. You're not going to do that.
Isn't a button.
Nope, I'm not. She got me earlier.
I got him. Yeah, you guys missed it.
Surprisingly enough, you got me. It's a Monday.
It was early. Thanks so much for that story.
Don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
Okay, folks in Oregon are getting a head start on the new Culver's. It's coming to town and it's taking social media by storm. One resident decided to paint a box to look like a Culver's and put it at the future location of the restaurant. Well, now there's quite a traffic jam over there. Others joining in on the miniature drive-through fun by bringing their own car to wait in line.
At the end of the day, it's all about having fun, and I think Oregon is just kind of a community that is just a fun community, and we enjoy the small stuff, kind of the slow-paced life.
Construction for the new Culver's is expected to start at the end of September. The doors will open in March. Of course, this community is excited. Who wouldn't be?
It's about time.
I'm excited to have another location, just in case I don't like the flavor of the day on Mineral Point Road or in Verona.
You know, you never know when you're going to need a Culver's.
You never know.
You never know.
Especially, you know, the next 5 months, I'll continue to eat a lot of Culver's.
I appreciate how many are all over the place.
Yes.
Makes it easy.
It's a good sign. 6:45. Chris Reese here now with your first warn weather. Your certified most accurate, beautiful sunrise, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen some fog burning off too. Now that sun getting higher up in the sky, and the visibility continues to improve for us this morning. So I'm not anticipating any weather-related issues in the immediate Madison metro now, but still to the north and west, I am anticipating that dense fog to slow several of you down. We have a dense fog advisory until 9 o'clock for areas to our north and west. You've got the yellow light. By the afternoon and evening, I expect things to be just fine, but look at this. You see where our fog is this morning. Visibility down to 0 again in Wisconsin Dells, 1/8 of a mile in Camp Douglas, 0 for Basketball, 0 for Mineral Point, and 0 for Viroqua. So there's quite a bit of fog just to our west, and that's where we do have dense fog advisories. That's until 9 o'clock this morning. So if you're headed out the door, especially west of Madison, give yourself a little bit of extra time this morning. Temperatures are hanging out generally into the upper 50s, a couple spots at 60 now. Juneau and Lone Rock are now at 60. Madison at the airport is at 59, but you focus in on Dane County, you've got a lot of spots right around 60 as well. Wanakee, Cottage Grove, Stoughton, Oregon, Verona, Mount Horeb, Perry, Cross Plains, and Sauk City, along with Belleville and Rockdale. That's almost everyone other than Middleton, which is hanging out at 57. But with your temperatures at 59 and your dew points at 58, the closer that temperature and dew point get together, the more likely you are to have some fog, and that's exactly what we've seen this morning. That'll burn off early. We'll see some sunshine, especially around lunch. Clouds moving to the picture later on this afternoon and evening yet again. So we'll top out right around 77. There's that fog burning off. Here's your midday sunshine. Let's usher in that cloud cover moving into the mix. By 5:30, 6, 7 o'clock, it's cloudy again. We'll get rid of that cloud cover overnight, though, until or to usher in more sunshine by the time we move towards Tuesday. Your Tuesday high at 78, 79 Wednesday and Thursday. We're back at 78 on Friday, but we also see another chance for thunderstorms moving towards Friday. More rain Saturday and Sunday, another thunderstorm chance towards Monday next week. Perhaps another 80 by next Wednesday. Even then, we're going to be flirting with 80 these next couple of days with those temperatures into the upper 70s. So it's all comfortable as we look ahead.
Okay, Chris Reese, thank you very much. Once-in-a-lifetime sighting happening in La Crosse over the weekend. Birdwatchers identified a brown booby. It's often found in tropical climates, including Mexico and the Caribbean. The bird gets its name from Spanish explorers. The bird would land on ships and didn't fear humans.
So they called it a stupid bird, a bobo, and that's how the booby got its name.
Birdwatchers say the brown booby is smart enough that when it realizes winter is approaching, it will return back to a warmer place.
Funny looking bird, that brown booby.
Indeed.
Okay, it's 6:48 this morning. Coming up in the morning sprint, some new rules for cruise goers. What you need to know before you book your next vacation on the water.
First, we want to say happy birthday to Grayson and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Happy birthday. Thanks for celebrating with us. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrant, Wisconsin.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for all cash as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
McGann Furniture and Flooring has a question for you. Do you have a hard time sleeping comfortably through the night? Is your mattress 10 years old or even older? Chances are you're due for a new one. Mattress technology has changed a lot in the last 10 years. Our experienced staff will help you find the right style, construction, and firmness that will give you years of sleeping comfort. And remember, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. With delivery and disposal of your old set, we make it easy to have the bed of your dreams at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado pickups. Plus, get 2.89% financing when you finance with GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Only two things are forever: love and Liberty Mutual customizing your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. And if anyone objects to this marriage, Kevin, no, not today. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses I proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Need long-lasting freshness? Try Febreze Unstoppables Touch Fabric Spray. It doesn't just eliminate odors. Simply shake and spray to unlock the breakthrough power of touch-activated scent technology that lasts, even hours later. That's because Febreze Touch stores scent in your fabrics, so you get bursts of freshness with every touch. Your whole world will come alive. Welcome home to fresh with Febreze Touch. Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
These guys will buy our house without even seeing it.
Online buyers make offers that seem attractive at first, only to lower or cancel at the last minute. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
Feldco, improving lives one home at a time.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Some breaking news overnight. Brittany Griner is appealing her conviction on drug charges in Russia. She was sentenced to 9 years in prison after being arrested in February for having cannabis-infused vape cartridges in her luggage. She pleaded guilty to those charges and was convicted on August 4th. The U.S. government maintains Griner is wrongfully detained. We're also following developing news of a shooting at Six Flags just across the Wisconsin border that has 2 people in the hospital this morning. Chicago news outlets reporting one of those is a 19-year-old from Appleton. She, along with a 17-year-old boy, are being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. One other person was shot but declined treatment. No one is under arrest this morning.
More than $100,000 raised over the weekend for pancreatic cancer research. It all happened during the 9th annual Roll and Stroll. Pancreatic cancer is the 3rd leading cause of cancer-related death in the U.S. The money raised will fund a pilot program at UW-Carbone, Organizers say they hope that the program can move the needle closer to finding a cure.
The Gableman investigation into Wisconsin's 2020 election officially over. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos fired Gableman after his hand-picked investigator endorsed the speaker's primary opponent. Before firing Gableman, Vos had criticized the investigator for wading too much into politics. In a statement, Democratic Assembly Minority Leader Greta Neubauer says Republican leadership needs to, quote, take responsibility for the damage done to our democracy.
Students across the Madison area are a little more prepared for the upcoming school year after the Black Men of Madison's annual back-to-school celebration. The event's been running now for 27 years, distributing backpacks and school supplies to local students. 1,600 brand new backpacks full of supplies will be given away to make sure that every kid who participates is excited for the year ahead.
An advocacy group in Wisconsin is holding an event this weekend for the transgender community. It's going to offer free clothes, accessories, shoes, and other items. Organizers say the pop-up closet provides a safe space for people to shop without feeling judged. The event is scheduled for this Sunday. It's taking place in Chippewa Falls.
A group of scientists suggesting gray wolves be introduced on over 1/3 of western U.S. federal lands. Researchers are urging the government to create protections for the wolves in more than 190,000 square miles across 11 western states. Some of the proposed regions include Yellowstone National Park and the northern and southern Rockies. Scientists say if gray wolf populations rebound, there could be significant ecological benefits.
Starting next month, 4 major cruise lines are dropping their vaccination requirements for some sails. Carnival Cruise Line and Princess Cruise will no longer require guests to apply for a vaccine exemption for trips shorter than 16 days. Meanwhile, Royal Caribbean and Celebrity Cruises will welcome all passengers who meet testing requirements.
The Sauk Prairie School District breaking ground on the Jeff Hicken Horticulture Learning Center. The structure will help students and teachers expand their farm-to-table initiative. Currently, the school can really only grow landscaping plants and flowers, but when this project is complete, they'll be able to grow more vegetables. It's set to open this spring.
An ugly dispute between an airline agent and a passenger, all caught on camera at the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. Take a look at this. The fight coming to blows, one person even falling to the ground. Since the video was uploaded, Spirit Airlines says the agent was employed through a local partner company. They have been suspended following the incident. There's no word on whether any charges have been filed.
Still watching some low visibility, especially west of Madison. A lot of zeros showing up. The fog is dense this morning, but it will improve. Dense fog advisories, by the way, until 9 o'clock for areas west of Madison. We're going to warm up. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds today. Temperatures top out at 77 for us later on this afternoon. Most of us hang out into the 70s. Partly cloudy skies overnight with your lows back into the 50s. Then tomorrow we'll see more in the way of sunshine. Temperatures top out into the upper 70s.
Okay, Chris Reese, thanks so much. We appreciate it. Keep it here as we learn more about the Six Flags shooting. Updates on channel3000.com.